Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'm Sarah and I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today. So we looked into the full moon in Pisces energy for the divine masculine, and now in this video we're going to be looking into the full moon in Pisces energy for the divine feminine. So I'm actually going to use the same cards that I used for the divine masculine video, and we're going to be looking into your energy. And this is also a great video to watch for your inner feminine if you're a DM watching, and of course the divine masculine energy to be watched for your inner divine masculine if you're a feminine watching. I really love the comments that I was reading in the masculine video. So much support, so much sense of community that is on this channel. So thank you for that. If you guys are looking for private readings, I don't offer those anymore, but what I do offer is in tandem with a very skilled Reiki master and a dear friend of mine, Holly, the twin flame healer. We are working together to offer mini courses individually. So it's 2-on-1 sessions, 2 of us, 1 of you, and they're 3-session minimum, and we're taking a limited number of clients per month. We're already booking until the end of October really at this point. And if you're interested, you can reach out to me at the email below for that. So it is not a card reading. This is an accelerated inner union, outer union program. It's designed to help you in every aspect of your life and to help you balance out your energies, come into inner union, create abundance, joy, and to really appreciate this journey and to really have a happier time, a more joyful experience on this journey. Okay, so to end the suffering and the longing. And we're going to begin with the cards. So calling on my guides, my light team, my support team, and please allow me to be a pure vessel of divine truth and clarity for this reading for the divine feminine. This is a divine feminine reading. So I'm going to go ahead and start as I did with the masculine reading with the cosmic reading cards. Starting with the cosmic reading cards, guys. So what we're going to do here, all right, this is activation for the soul. And let's see what energies the divine feminine is currently in. Divine feminine, what energies are you currently working with here? So we've got one card that flew out, Limitless. Interesting because the divine masculine got free spirit and what did I say, free yourself? There was 2 cards there. It was basically freeing himself from the matrix. If you guys want a more in-depth reading for this full moon in Pisces for both the DF and DM, you can look over on my Patreon. It's a way to support my work in the channel, and I've just posted a video there for all access patrons and above. So we do see here that both the feminine and the masculine are freeing themselves in various ways. What's happening for the masculine is there's a fear of losing the feminine for good. Okay, this is like a now or never time for the masculine. And this is not pressure that the feminine is putting on the masculine per se. This is pressure that the masculine is feeling from his higher self or from the universe. And so this carries a lot of weight to it. This Pisces full moon sits in conjunction with Neptune retrograde. So it has the ability to either really move your union forward and move you forward on your journey and on your path, or to create a lot of fear. And a lot of fear has been coming up in my coaching group here over the past week or so. So I wanted to talk about that briefly for the divine feminine. It's interesting though that we have here, I mean, the highest potential of this full moon is that you're limitless, is that you tap into unconditional love for self and for your counterpart and for the world. So any limiting beliefs that you have or any sort of conforming beliefs are going to be really erased with this full moon. They're going to just be deleted from your system. And your solar plexus is being affected, feminine. So this is about your center and seat of personal power. This is about what you think of yourself, how you think of yourself. Do you feel that you're worthy of receiving abundance, joy, love? Do you feel and do you know on a deep level that you're worthy of this union? Because oftentimes what's stopping the union is not your counterpart, but it is your beliefs about love, your beliefs about worthiness. Okay, so it's always a good opportunity to look within. So what you're releasing, feminine, with this full moon, releasing this belief that you're not enough and or that you're too much. But more so what I'm feeling, this is for the feminines who felt like they were not enough, who were told that by parents or by exes, or who just in some way picked up that story along the way, along their path, but it's typically in childhood. Okay, so what energy is, we know what's, okay, what energy is clearing out for the feminine? Celestial teacher, you have some guides coming in to assist you. Okay, so yeah, you know, the Pisces energy, mirrored souls, your counterpart is coming in. Okay, so what's happening is celestial teacher, your counterpart is your teacher. They're your greatest teacher. It's the other whole of your soul. Okay, it's two souls in one, I'm sorry, one soul in two bodies. Two souls in two bodies, that's soulmates. So yeah, your mirrored soul is coming in. Now, what I feel for the celestial teacher card here is Pisces is the sign of intuition. Sits in the 12th house of transformation, of the mystical, of the magical. So it's opportunities for you to transform on every level, and opportunities for you to connect to the celestial realm, divine feminine, and also to connect to your counterpart in a deeper way. And I do talk about that in more depth over on the article on Patreon. So, you know, this is a time for deeper communication on that level, especially if you're not receiving it in the 3D from your counterpart. 5D is there, you know, the lines of communication are always open, and the 5D is really there to provide reassurance, you know, for the divine feminine on his or her journey, because it can be very challenging when you feel like you're alone and you feel as though your counterpart, you know, is just missing in action, so to speak, right, on the battlefield of this twin flame journey. But you're going to find out, feminine, you know, what's coming in for you is that this journey doesn't have to be so arduous and so challenging and so painful. And a lot of that is behind you now. I think I'm going to actually title this reading that. So let's look towards what's coming in for the divine feminine, right? You know, you're letting go of these beliefs that you're unworthy of receiving everything that you've ever wanted. And that includes abundance, guys. Abundance is directly linked to love. In fact, so much so that Holly and I are being called to offer an abundance program. So it'll be much like the one-on-one twin flame transformation package where we offer you 3 sessions minimum. But it's going to be all about abundance and how to attract abundance in. When you heal your relationship to money and abundance, you heal your relationship to love. You heal your relationship to relationships. Okay, you heal your relationship to self on such a profound level. So we're being called to offer that as well. Probably towards the end of the year, November, December, we'll be offering those packages. These are all things, you know, divinely created programs that are literally coming. They're literally flowing in left and right for myself and for Holly. And so we're offering this in divine timing. So, you know, these programs will change as the need arises for different programs. But please know that, you know, you'll know if this is your program. You'll know if it's something you're being called to do. 2 of Voices, 2 of Swords. So you might be in 2 minds about something, divine feminine, and this could feel very frustrating to you at this time. I feel like this could be, the 2 minds could be letting go of the past, which is, you know, this Pisces 12th house, the house of endings, before you move into the first house of Aries, the first house of beginnings. This is about what can you let go of, what can you release, and maybe feeling like it's tough to make a decision right now. Okay, so why is it tough for the divine feminine to make a decision? I think for some of you, this is about you walking away from your counterpart, walking towards your destiny, walking towards your abundance, feeling as though you're leaving them behind. Because I hear this often, I see it in the comments, and I'm here to tell you that walking away does not mean leaving your counterpart in the dust. It means you're choosing to focus on you and your growth and your potential and your destiny, knowing that your paths will cross again when the time is right. So if you're feeling a little indecisive, you might be working with the shadow energy of this full moon. If you're feeling more limitless, you're working with the light energy, right? The shadow of the light, the energy that's coming in, that true potential of this Pisces full moon, which is unconditional love for self and for others. So you might have 2 paths that are coming towards you now. It's time to release the path of the past that's going to lead you back into old cycles, and it's time to move forward into your future. You also are going to want to check, as I always state with the houses here, with full moons, you're going to want to check which house this is sitting in. So you're going to look at your rising sign, okay, look, the moon. You're going to look at your rising sign, feminine or masculine watching, and you're going to see what house, okay, that's your first house. For instance, my Cancer is my rising is Cancer. So that's my first house. And then from there, what comes after Cancer, right? And you go around the zodiac wheel to find where Pisces sits. And whatever number that is, okay, that's going to be the house number that this sits in. So you have 7th house, for instance, Libra, partnerships. Okay. 5th house, Leo, right? The house of joy, the house of children, the house of love. You're going to look at that and you're going to see, where is this sitting? For instance, if you're out there and you're Cancer, you have a rising Cancer sign, that means this particular full moon is sitting in your 9th house. Okay. Look into what that means. The 9th house is really all about expansion. It's ruled by Jupiter. Okay. It's connected to Sagittarius. It's amazing energy. And it's all about the expansion, right? What are you expanding into? What are you, abundance and joy and progress and advancement in your career and just opening your heart. So look into what house this full moon is sitting in. Okay, so we have the moon card. We know the moon card talks about illusions. So this is a dispelling of illusions, dispelling of, like, if you felt like pathways were maybe blocked, okay, and this is what I'm seeing. If you felt like a pathway was blocked, a path to union was blocked, or a path to abundance is blocked, you've been blindfolding yourself with your thoughts, okay, the thoughts about what you are and aren't capable of. You've been handcuffing yourself. Now you're free to walk that path, because you're, with this full moon, you're going to let go of those illusions, because the full moon is conjunct Neptune retrograde. Neptune retrograde means the rose-colored glasses have come off and that you can now see clearly, okay? So it's a time for you to really start looking at your future, feminine. 6 of Cups, there might be some nostalgia coming in for some of you. In many ways, I feel like this full moon might be more challenging for the feminine than the masculine. That cup, you know, that card can be very challenging because it's going to pull you back into those memories from the past. The Chariot pulling you forward. So you have this tug of war going on here, being pulled backward. The 2 of Swords, right? The moon, illusions, that Neptune energy, that Piscean energy of like, Pisces can also indicate that you might be conflicted. There might be some addictions that are coming up to be healed, feminine. It's a very interesting energy for the feminine. The Chariot indicates that you're in your power, okay? This is solar plexus right here, radiating from the solar plexus, stepping into your power, stepping into your full potential. Look at all those wild stallions. You're literally like chomping at the bit to move forward. You're being released from anything that's held you back. Those chains, look how lightly she's tied to those chains. She's releasing those chains. And actually what I'm seeing more than those being chains is like electrical power that she has in her hands, her fingertips, and she's able to create, she's able to help move things forward in her life and propel things forward. And the wild stallions are those things in her life that she's ready to move forward on. So stepping out of your past, it's like you can be of 2 minds here, stuck in the past or moving forward. So really, again, what's it going to be, feminine, right? It's like for the masculine, what's it going to be? It's time to move forward towards union. For the feminine, this is what you need to do in order to help your masculine move forward. You've got to let go of the past. You've got to let go of this idea that your masculine is the one that has all the work to do and that you're fully healed. If you're not in physical union, there's still work to do, period, end of story, and that's okay. You're going to be moving fearlessly towards something, but you have to break away from this energy of mourning the past. And the masculines are doing that too, so you guys are kind of mirroring that at this time. Okay, let's look at journey, family room change. Yeah, journey and change. Look at that, beautiful, positive. So you notice that this is a man here, and he's a wealthy man. He's got his like leather suitcases there. It looks like he is going on a journey, either that or he's waiting for somebody. But if he's the one with the bags here, this tells me that he's waiting for his train. So you're ready to go on this journey, feminine. That's what this full moon is telling you. And in fact, you're finishing up a 6-month cycle with the new moon in Pisces from March of this year. So you're wrapping up some of that energy. So you want to think back to that time. Okay, so what was happening? What was happening in March of 2021? What was happening in your connection? What was happening in your life? Okay, probably a lot of changes and things being uprooted, but it's happening now. So this is why I've been saying a lot of feminines are changing homes at this time. You're moving, you're changing jobs. This is happening in order to move you forward, that Chariot energy, move you out of the Two of Swords, out of the Six of Cups. Okay, the longing has got to cease, out of the energy of illusion. Okay, feeling like I cannot achieve what I came here to achieve, or that union will not happen. It's not my destiny. You have to let go of all of those things. Let go of anything that you're clinging to, is this is what this full moon wants you to do, feminine. Now, family room tells me the journey you're going on is going to lead you, for many of you, towards a new house. Okay, many of you are in the process of thinking about that, myself included, buying a home. You're in the process of, wanting to maybe move locations, and it's a very exciting time. Okay, it's a very exciting time right now. That Chariot energy, guys, tap into that. That's your potential. That is your potential. I know I'm talking extra fast, guys, but I have a private session with Holly. We have a client here, so I want to make sure that I cover all of this, but then also leave myself time to do a little meditating and just clearing my energy before that session. So trying to get it all in here for you guys. Okay, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, chatty, communicative Gemini. Yeah, nothing to worry about, feminine. There really is nothing to worry about. Your masculine will come forward when you're ready for them. You should write that down. My masculine will come forward when I'm ready for them. Not when they're ready, when you're ready for them. If they're not in your physical reality, you're not ready yet. You're being asked to believe in the impossible with this full moon in Pisces. Yeah, it's magical. It's mystical. It's the 12th house of transformation. It's the 12th house of the mystical, the 12th house of magic, of fairies, of believing in things that you can't see yet, okay? Don't worry. Clarity is coming. You have to believe that it's coming. Believe that it's possible and step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Step into your destiny. I've been feeling this personally more and more and more. So what this is going to feel like, feminine, for you is this is going to feel like the energy of stepping out of this energy where you're like, oh, it's comfortable. I don't need to do anything. I could just kind of sit back and this is my cozy little blanket that I'm going to curl up in. I don't have to change. Well, guess what? If you choose not to change, the universe is going to come in and create tower moments and ego deaths, and you're going to be changed regardless. So it's better to make those changes yourself. Find out what your North Node is. There's calculators you can use online, very simple. Find out what that is, feminine, and start to make progress towards, the direction of your North Node. Your South Node is your past lives. It's all the energy from the lives you carry in the past. It's your gifts that you bring in. It's also your karma that you bring in, unless you're a rainbow soul, okay, and you have no human karma. Very few rainbow souls. I mean, they're out there, but they're usually of the younger generation, guys, okay? They're like teenagers now or in their early 20s. So this energy of not holding on to the things that are comfortable just for the sake of holding on to things that are comfortable. You have to let go and take that risk, feminine. Notice how this is correlating to your masculine needing to take that risk to come forward. First, you need to take that risk in your life. He will mirror that back to you. You're blossoming with this full moon. You're taking this journey. You're changing. You're shifting. You're coming into your power. More and more, guys. Mark your calendars. November. Yeah, the path. So you are on this path. You're on this intense path, okay? And it's a path towards your destiny. It's a path towards your dreams. It's a path towards your true self. You're blossoming. You are on the right path. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. It's important for you to hear on this journey. Resilience. Yeah, you're learning resiliency. You're learning how to power back up when things haven't gone your way, guys. Expect the unexpected, okay? Focus on what it is that you want to see come to fruition. Focus on that. Use the higher power here of this full moon, of your intuition, okay? And tap into that unity consciousness. And just know that this is a very unexpected energy coming in, guys. If you can be near the water tonight, I would suggest you be near the water. That's going to be very healing for you. And I hope you've enjoyed your reading here. I know it's a little on the shorter side, but I wanted to make sure that I did get this in, and just know that you have everything you need. I just keep on, I'm attracted to the Chariot. I keep on coming back to this card, guys. Dispel any illusions or myths that you have surrounding your union, surrounding joy, surrounding abundance, surrounding love, surrounding success with this full moon. And just know that everything that you want is on the other side of fear, okay? Look at this. I asked what was coming in for one last card, and we got the Lovers. Look at this. The Lovers. When you step into your full power, you're going to see your physical counterpart come back into your physical reality. That is fucking beautiful. So we're going to end on that note, guys. Your love, okay, your beloved is going to come back in when you fully stepped into your power and taken control of your life. But first, you have to focus on your life. You have to take the focus off of the counterpart in the physical reality. I send you guys so much love, so much support on this journey. Take great care, and remember, you come first. Stay blessed.